Good morning and good afternoon to one and all. A very warm welcome to everyone here, and I'm very honored to host this webinar on transforming challenges into opportunities. On this occasion, we have with us Dr. R. Seetharaman sir, CEO Doha Bank Qatar, Dr. S. Padmavati ma'am, Principal Sri S.S. Shasun Jain College for Women, and Dr. C. Velan, City Head Capital in India, formerly known as Ascenders in India. And he is also our advisor for ALBE Academy. Let's now begin with this session with a prayer song by Taruna from SS Shasan Jain College.
नमो हरिहंसम नमो सिद्धारणम नमो आर्यरियम नमो वज्रायानम नमो लोये सवसगुणम हे सो पंचनमुकारो सर्वपावपनासनो मंगलार्णं जय सतीसिं परमं हवै मङ्गलम् परमं हवै मङ्गलम्.
Thank you, Taruna. I will take this opportunity to recall my wonderful memories through our earlier events, which ALBE Academy inaugurated its first and foremost event on self-discoveries on the occasion of Independence Day. And our chief guest was Dr. Vasaki ma'am, Konganadu Arts and Science College, Coimbatore. And that was followed by another wonderful webinar on the occasion of 105th birthday of MS Sublakshmi Amma, and our chief guest was Srimati Vishaka Hari. And today, we are very glad to have with us Dr. R. Seetharaman sir to enlighten us with his experiences and talk about how to transform challenges into opportunities. Let's now hear a few words about ALBE Academy from Ms. Prashanti.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Namaste and pranams to one and all. This is Prashanti from ALBE Academy. So here is a brief of what ALBE is all about. ALBE is the Academy of Life Skills-Based Education for Human Excellence. So why life skills? Because life skills are essential one, which makes us to live more happier, successful, and productive lives. And it is important because adolescence has very high capabilities, which strengthens the students to meet the needs and demands of the society. So imparting life skills-based education will help youth to overcome difficulties in life. In a constantly changing environment, having life skills is an essential part of being able to meet the challenges of everyday life. So in our academy, we concentrate three important skills which leads to human excellence, which are thinking skills, emotional skills, and the social skills. So we are youngsters from different parts of this country with an aim to impart life skills education to our own student community, which leads to human excellence. Therefore, we youngsters are really happy to be a part of ALBE Academy and organize webinars which focuses on different life skills which are essential to one's life. Thank you.
Thank you, Prashanti. Now I would request Dr. C. Velan to share the context about this webinar.
Very good afternoon with the chief guest, Dr. Seetharaman sir. Welcome, and Padmavati ma'am. Nice meeting you. And I don't have to say that they are all part of ALBE team, Priya and everybody. Thank you very much. Warm welcome to everyone for this event. Sir, I just want to give some sort of appreciation to this ALBE Academy in the sense there are 8 of 14 there are a few more of them. Am I audible, Priya ma'am? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Okay. So these children together, the children came together, and they were looking at this kind of initiatives for the younger generation. That's really appreciable. Normally, we to do that well or at the mature level, but these young children came together and formed this group And I'm very delighted to be part of this group to guide them through at whatever the format which I can able to do that. First of all, appreciation to them on behalf of myself, and of course on behalf of the chief guest also. Hopefully, that's where it is. Having said that, sir, actually, very interesting thing is that the topic which we are choosing and past is realistically, in line with what is that they are coming across every day. The students and the younger generation, not only them, but any people, any kind of people in the society are coming with various challenges in life. You can't avoid challenges. Rather, I can put it that way. Challenges of a very different kind. When you are in a student format, you have different kind of challenges. Parental, you have different kind of challenges. As a professional, I don't have to say you would have come across a lot of challenges which we are going to get to know also. And a very kind of challenges, right, in life. Okay, but what is that the children I want to tell at this point of time? Challenges are not going to end. Without challenges, the human being is not going to exist. That's how we can able to say. But the one factor which we have taken in the first conference is that the focus, right? The focus was that one of the topics we kept it. That one time the speaker was mentioning, right? Don't give up. Don't give up. Is that one mantra which has to be there with you to manage any kind of challenges. Challenges are going to come in our life. In that particular challenge, without giving up, this is a painful thing like that. You just take it up and see that with various initiatives like concentration, like perseverance, like for example, what you can say, and hard work, and without having any kind of fear in mind, be open mind and work on it. You can see that challenge is going off. And there is also another term. Today's title is like that, right? Transforming the challenges into opportunities. This is what we always say. I'm from the real estate industry, sir. In fact, Capital Land is Asia's largest developer in Asia, Singapore-based company. So, in my own experience, I'm putting earlier, I was in Tata's for about 10 years before joining this organization. We have come up with one of the interesting things where the Chennai students will be knowing about the location called Ramanujan IT City. The great mathematician, right? Ramanujan name, we have developed a huge asset, Tata's. But even though it is a Tata name, when we ventured into the real estate industry, it was for the first time we entered into in the year 2008 when the recession was very bad. Actually, it was hitting that industry very bad in the year 2008. We got into that particular development in 2008. I'm just giving an example. What was that strategy in mind which made us a big successful over a period of time? The project development is a 2 to 3 years timeline, right? When you use this period as an opportunity for you, you get good price for the materials, you get good number of people available because many projects were shelved at that time. And we use it as an opportunity for us, as a window for development. And by the time the market bounced back, the mighty industry, everything bounced back, we were ready with the product. And we have never looked back after that. We have been the successful, developer from then, actually. So every challenge we come across, recession, flood, disaster, anything, pandemic, that gives an opportunity to come up with various success stories. That is what I want to say, that even in this pandemic time also, my friends, it has given, even though we are all feeling very bad about it, it has given lots of opportunities for the digitalization, for people going for digitalized mode, for people working using these technologies, right? These are all opportunities provided when there is challenge also in front of us. I don't want to take it up much time because we are going to listen to that our chief guest address. Of course, he is also, he would have, with his background. I was going through his profile and I was talking to Purnima. She was also mentioning about his background. I was shocked when I was thinking about it. I have done my PhD at the age of 53 or something. I was thinking big about me. The number of PhDs he has behind him, and I think we are nowhere in front of him. That's what this is not something to flatter you. This is the forum which is for the children, students. Actually, you are that motivator. People look at you kind of professionals. When you are all talking and you are all, we look at it. Even at my level, I'm putting it to you. We get motivated, sir. Really, your background is such a background which is very, very, very interesting to listen to you. I mean, read about you. And the way you have 30 years and above banking exposure and various corporate exposure, it is going to help us to listen to you and how you have come across with our challenges in your life, in your career, in your professional life, and how did you manage all those things with an opportunity of that kind. Thank you very much, my friends. So don't give up. That's the only statement I want to give it to you, my students, because you can't avoid challenges in life. Make it as an opportunity, some form or other. Thank you, everybody. All the very best. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. And it is our pleasure to have you as our advisor, for ALBE Academy. Thank you so much. And may I now request Ms. Chinmaya to introduce Dr. S. Padmavati, ma'am, Principal SS Shasun Jain College.
Namaste, this is C.S. Chinmay from ALBE Academy. It is my honor to be introducing Dr. Sambamurthy Padmavati ma'am. Dr. Padmavati ma'am is currently the principal and associate professor in PG Research and Development Commerce at Sri Shankarlal Sundarbai Shasun Jain College for Women, a recognized member of the doctoral committee, University of Madras, as well as a lifetime member of the Indian Commerce Association. She has a total experience of 24 years and 5 months. She has a total of 15 journal publications, out of which 7 are UGC listed and 1 is Scopus indexed. Some of the topics include modes of shopping, family economy, marketing strategies, online banking. She has also presented around 34 papers at the seminar and conferences at various colleges. She has a PhD degree awarded in 2015 from University of Madras. She has MPhil from Alagappa University. She has done MCom in SIET College for Women, University of Madras. MEd from Annamalai University. Jainology from Shasun Jain College. She was a gold medalist. She is currently the principal of Sri SS Shasun Jain College for Women, head of the Department of the Commerce, Corporate Secretaryship, Business Administration. She has done her research studies for Scopus Indexed Journal of Mittal School of Business, Punjab Career Growth at Shasun. On behalf of ALBE, I would like to thank Dr. Padmavati ma'am for giving us this wonderful opportunity to conduct this webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, Chinmay. And ma'am, we are very pleased to organize today's program by associating with SS Jain College, and we are very pleased to have you. Thank you so much. And can I request you to deliver the welcome speech, ma'am?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Thank you, Chinmayi, for the wonderful introduction and the generous introduction about me. And on behalf of Sri Shankarlal Sundarbai Shasun Jain College for Women, I take immense pleasure in welcoming Dr. Seetharaman sir, Dr. Velan sir, the advisor of ALBE Academy, and all the team members of ALBE Academy for organizing this wonderful session today afternoon in the Saturday. When I was just thinking about this particular session on transforming challenges into opportunities, I thought that I will have two things that I have in my mind and leave it to Dr. Seetharamanji, because we no way we need to disturb him between the audience and Mr. Seetharamanji. One is about life skills. When I was looking at ALBE, life skills, I was just thinking, what was life skill all about? When I was studying in my school, never I knew about the word also life skills. But I really feel that we are full of life skills. Probably we have been taught by our party. Sir, I take the Tamil words because Tamil words நிறைய இந்த உறவுகளுடைய இது இருக்கு. சித்தி, சித்தப்பா, மாமா, அத்தை, எத்தனையோ உறவுகள். See, we all have been with them. And the parties have been teaching. They were not teaching, imbibing the life skills in us, isn't it? My brother was taught how much distance he has to keep with the own sister, right? I was taught what kind of a distance I have to keep with man. So all these are some of the subtle things which we have learned from them, which is missing in nowadays. And I congratulate ALBE Academy for regenerating such thoughts and bringing back to the old tradition into. So this is one thing which I wanted to share. Number two, transforming challenges into opportunities. Seetharamanji, our secretary, Sri Abhaya Sri Srimal Jain, always used to tell H2O. He says that none of the organisms in the world can live without H2O. In the same sense, even human beings. HE means handicap. OE means opportunities. So he says that handicaps to opportunities are always. Probably now we have coined it as challenges into opportunities. I thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation to be present here. And I feel that this session not only gives them how they can make the challenges into opportunities, but really you will inspire them. That inspiration should be infectious, sir. It should spread. And that inspiration, the children, the nowadays children, and we have to see you and look at you and inspire a lot from you. Though we cannot become like you, but we still strive hard that how much ever I can contribute to the society. I really take this opportunity to thank Ms. Purnima for just organizing this wonderful session. And I've seen her as an enthusiastic person. She is a great inspiration to me, as I would say. And I thank all the participants for joining, and I welcome you all for the session. Now over to Seetharaman ji. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And may I now request Ms. Kritika to introduce our chief guest for the day?
Good afternoon, all. A boy who delivered newspapers because he could not afford to pay the school fees is today the man behind an overseas banking group with a turnover of billions of dollars. The boy who had to run 8 kilometers on his way to school examination hall because his bicycle was punctured is the man who globetrots with banking as a business and environment as a special interest. The boy who gave tuitions to students to get free books is sought after by every channel and media all over the globe for his thoughts and views on economic developments and current affairs. Meet Dr. R. Seetharaman, Chief Executive Officer of Doha Bank Group, Qatar. A self-made man destined to make a difference, his story is awe-inspiring for every young man aiming big in life. It is a great honor for me to introduce and welcome our chief guest. Dr. R. Seetharaman is a prominent personality in the banking industry in the Middle East. Under his leadership, Doha Bank has become a high-performing bank, a global brand, and has won a number of recognitions. He is a chartered accountant and holds certificate in IT systems and corporate management, whilst being a gold medalist in his graduation Bachelor of Commerce from University of Madras. Mr. Seetharaman started his career at PricewaterhouseCoopers, one of the 4 largest professional service networks. In 2002, he became Deputy CEO for Doha Bank. Later, in 2007, Mr. Seetharaman was named CEO. Since then, he has overseen the bank's expansion from its base in Qatar to the UAE, India, Singapore, and China, among many other countries. He is a recipient of multiple doctorates from leading universities of the world, including PhD in Global Governance by European University and PhD in Green Banking and Sustainability from Sri Sri University, etc. Today, we are privileged to have an opportunity to listen to him. On behalf of all gathered here, I welcome you, sir, to this webinar event. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Here is a small video about our chief guest.
Dr. R. Seetharaman, Chief Executive Officer of Doha Bank, is a recipient of multiple doctorates from leading universities in the world.
Recognition of your extraordinary leadership and your achievements in global banking, Washington College is pleased to present to Raghavan Seetharaman the honorary degree Doctor of Law.
Including a PhD in Global Governance by European University and PhD in Green Banking and Sustainability from Sri Sri University. Recently, he was conferred Honour of Doctoral Fellowship by Sri Sharda Institute of Indian Management for his outstanding contribution to global economics, international banking, and in recognition of his thesis titled Economic Implications of Global Citizenship. In 2017, he was recognised and conferred by the Government of India with the prestigious Pravasi Bharatiya Samman Award, the highest honour conferred on overseas Indians by the Government of India. He was conferred with the Lifetime Achievement Award by the Banker Middle East to honour his contribution to the industry and his support for the environment and the business. He has also received the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Institute of Directors. And being a high-profile economist, he is invited on a regular basis by international media such as BBC, CNN, Fox, CNBC, Sky News, ABC and Bloomberg to share his views.
Such an inspiring video, sir. And we are very much eager to hear from you and get more insights from you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you all. I was carefully listening to one and all of your webinar presenters, and it is extraordinary to see such a outstanding
I'm so sorry to interrupt you for a minute, sir.
yeah.
We are unable to hear you. Looks like it went on mute, sir. I'm very sorry to interrupt you in between.
You want me to start again?
No, sir, you can continue, but then we just don't want to miss any more words from you.
Okay. I said I'm completely inspired by the concept self-discovery. So I should compliment the organizers, ALBE as well as Shasun College, in bringing this concept. Integration of your heart and mind is eternal. That's ultimate. While education gives you the civilization, the meditation or the prayer gives you the realization. That's nothing but integration within yourself. Education has given me gold medal. The golden moments came from meditation, spirituality, the prayers, whichever way you want to describe. Education is all about job eligibility. Meditation has given me life flexibility. Education has given me the passion to perform. The compassion has come out of meditation. Education has given me enough colors, colorful happenings, cutting across the globe multiple times, recognizing each and every culture. So the colorful mind has come out of education. The purification of my mind has come out of my meditation. So self-discovery, what you're talking about, is all about introspection. While education has given me the appreciation, the introspection has given me out of meditation. Education has sharpened my intelligence over the period of time. Lifelong learning is what I do. Meditation has deepened my awareness, the insight into my internal integrations, inward looking, recognizing the purpose of living, recognizing who I am to who am I. That's the kind of reorganization required. So education and meditation, education and spiritual values is nothing but journey of self-discovery. It's a journey. It's a continuing journey. And that is happiness. Happiness is all about contention. If you aim at short term, you cultivate flowers. If you aim at medium term, you cultivate trees. If you aim at eternity, you build humanity. You understand the purpose of your existence. We are in a lease in this space. Continuing integration with education and meditation is a source of inspiration. Inspiration is getting started. Motivation is what keeps us going. If you need to charge your gadgets, what do? You charge it through battery. If you need to be energetic, enthusiastic, and recognize the positivity in you, everything is an opportunity. Life itself is an opportunity. That is my conception. There's no second thought. Every day is interesting. Everything is interesting. Every day is inspirational. Every day is motivational. Everything is positive. Everything is productive. Everything is constructive. Everything is meaningful. Everything is purposeful. You keep discovering your ignorance on a daily basis. Perhaps 60 years before, I thought I knew everything. Today, I know one thing. I keep learning. I keep recognizing my ignorance. So it's all about what I nurture within myself. Your thought becomes action. Action becomes habit. Habits become character. Character become your destiny. It's all about what you put in, what you nurture. Good in, good out. You go. Garbage in, garbage out. So your ability to convert auto-positive, everything, even challenging times are always there. Dr. Whelan was mentioning about changing dynamics in today's context. Of course, 35 million people are impacted around the world. We lost over 1 million people. India itself, 6.5 million people are impacted. We lost nearly 100,000 people. This is not ordinary numbers. It's a huge paralysis. In economic terms, it's global contraction. Can you convert this challenge into opportunity? Dr. Whelan was mentioning about digital governance. That's absolutely valid. And precisely, if you understand your purpose of living, we all will add to this planet enduring values. Not only we have to create a better world, better citizenship to this world. That's the purpose. Elimination of extreme poverty, gender equality, universal health care, universal education, peace, justice, global warming and climate change, animal extinction, rising sea level, increasing temperature. These are not ordinary issues. These issues have to be understood in substance. Today, you as young minds, you are more than 1.3 billion people in this planet. Nearly 16% of the global population is youth, less than 25. India itself, 66% is less than 35. Nearly 40% is less than 25. This is a huge demographic dividend. We are all collectively responsible to create a better world and better citizenship to this world. If you understand this changing dynamics in the current context, we have economic risk in aggregate terms in the world today. A contraction in the world, according to International Monetary Fund, is around 4.9%. Advanced economies grossly underperforming to the tune of 8%. Negative growth. Emerging markets, so-called developing economies, they are contracting to the tune of 3%. India last quarter was 23.9% contraction. These numbers are staggering, alarming. After 1930 depression, we are getting into huge contraction. technically we are under the water. Business continuity is at stake. From disaster recovery, we have to move to business continuity. That's why world over, initiatives are taken by technocrats, politicians, economists, bankers, coming together to improve the liquidity, improving the solvency, to make sure it doesn't disrupt the world, the paralysis doesn't disrupt the world. That's the kind of reorganization we need, the monetary policy, fiscal policy. These are terms which our technocrat has to use. The central bank design and deliver the money supply, inflation, they control. They do the monetary policy. The politicians, the government, they design and deliver the fiscal policy. There has to be an alignment. That's what precisely happening. In this current context, over 25 trillion has been pumped to make sure the liquidity crisis doesn't become a solvency issue. That's the global economics. India itself has taken enough initiatives. Over 10% of the GDP has been spelled out to improve the small and medium-sized entrepreneurs, to give some freebies here and there, to have subsistence. That's one side of it, economics. That's a challenge. We have human cost, which I mentioned just now. How many millions we lost. Across the globe, 195 countries are impacted, not one or two. We have environment, which I just mentioned. We have to create a carbon neutral society. 27% of the carbon emission comes from China. 15% nearly comes from United States. 10% from Europe. 7% from India. Global carbon emission. We have a compliance architecture as designed by United Nations. Conference of the Parties, COP21 in 2015 has agreed, and everyone is supposed to reduce the carbon emission. Now you are seeing reflection in the sky. Now there is a huge innovation going on in terms of energy mix. Alternatives are sought through. Carbon is factored into the trading mechanism. Carbon trading is coming meaningfully. From banking perspective, we are also looking at creating a green banking, whether investment or lending. That's one of my research compendium. So that is on the environmental side. On the social side, we have recognition of the fact this is contagious. This pandemic, a couple of days before, the WHO was mentioning, either we swim together or we get wiped out. That's the world. We live in an interconnected, interdependent world. The challenges are very many. So how do we eliminate these challenges? You can map these challenges into opportunities. That's what exactly the world economy is engaged in. If I again go back to the example of what Dr. Whelan has mentioned on the digital governance, today we are recognizing food security is important. We are setting the right kind of thought leadership to eliminate extreme poverty. Now online, offline education, offshore, onshore education, bring in the gender equality. Make sure everyone is educated. It is becoming a knowledge society. You are inviting me on the webinar. World is becoming an integrated society. Doesn't matter whether you are in Barcelona or Bangladesh. Whether you are in Dhaka or Doha, doesn't matter. Whether you are in Silicon Valley or in Chennai, doesn't matter. You can integrate intellectual excellence and come together. That's a huge opportunity. Recognize this. Reduce it. Gender equality. 29% of the working force in India is women. Diversification is happening around the world. Gender equality in the even the corporate boardrooms. We need to make sure we give better opportunities. Women are good entrepreneurs. Women are good politicians. We have seen the reflection. Angela Merkel, in Germany. We also seen the reflection in New Zealand. Jacinda as a prime minister. So extraordinary set of opportunities are cropping. Bring in the gender equality, reduce the carbon emission, create a carbon neutral society, change the energy mix, bring in the digital governance in the government side. Take India for example. What cannot be done with this younger population? Billions of internet users, nearly 1.5 billion mobile users. You have financial inclusion as pronounced by the current prime minister. That's a huge opportunity, financial inclusion. But kill the parallel economy, throw the black money, eliminate terrorism, anti-money laundering is the measure which can be done. Everything is digital, everything is accounted, everything is inclusive, and that's what the changing world is all about. That's what the changing dynamics is all about. If you understand what sort of opportunity India is going to come out with, you can replicate Silicon Valley in India itself. You don't need to go to Silicon Valley. You are not location centric. You are information centric. You are not product centric. You are people centric. You are solution centric. Look at the opportunity. One thing we have learned out of this crisis: human beings have got the biggest ability to transform. Within a standard time, they all got reorganized. Change in the mindset to have change in attitude. And that's what exactly the human is capable of doing it. That itself proves that we can redefine ourselves. The change starts from you and me. Everyone has to redefine themselves. In functional terms, if it is a corporate enterprise, I do five initiatives I've taken as an institution. First, as a part of remedial management, number one, 5R, remedial management. That is from disruption to business continuity, I mentioned to you. Restructuring debt's capacity as a financial institution, second one. Third one, rationalization. I have to reduce the cost. I know how to do it. Policies or procedures or monitoring consumptions or people. That's what exactly we have to do. That's the third R. Revenue enhancement is a fourth one. So the list goes on. So every institution can look at objectively and create an opportunity. Everything is an opportunity, as I said. It's all how you discover internally yourself and then externally in your dispositions, whichever be the engagement you are in. If you're a banker, you're a banker. But the opportunity lies in. Look at the commercial disputes in India. Now bureaucracy can be minimized. Commercial courts are now on digital. Business can thrive faster. So the example which Dr. Whelan has mentioned, I'm just connecting it for you to understand. This is the biggest opportunity for India to be more productive, more purposeful, and transform the digital India. Digital governance, e-government can make sure our biggest problem of parallel economy, black money. India is not poor. India has got some poor people. Our heritage, our culture, our value systems are second to none. Our India is transcending borders. Our culture is transcending. Our music is transcending. Our cinema is transcending. Our literature is transcending. Our food is transcending. India is globalizing it today. Indian culture is today recognized arguably as the finest, age-old, meaningful, back to basic culture. And that's what the human system is designed to deliver. It's all about recognition of the fact our philosophy is profound in human ingenuity. And that's what exactly we are recognizing as an opportunity. If you understand as a young mind, you will nurture good thoughts. Only your thoughts can change your lifestyle and substance. Understand this. Everything is a positive reflection. Andrew Carnegie, what was he? What he ended up with? His ability to identify the positivity in every person he interacted was his biggest strength. And that's what made him transform. Socrates, he says, as long as you have a deep desire in you, You can convert anything. He took a young boy and immersed him in the water. When the boy turned blue, then he asked him, what is the reason for your success? He asked that boy, when you were under the water, what was that most desired need? He was gasping and said, yeah, I was asking for air. That was the real need. That's the trigger. As long as you wish for it, you have a deep sense of commitment for it, you are going to get it right. And that's what exactly the trigger you need in real terms. That's what the opportunity is all about. Abraham Lincoln, what he did, everything was a failure. His love life was a failure. As a senator, he was never elected. He was never elected in his parliamentary sessions. At the age of 47, he has failed as a vice president. 52, he was the president of the United States. Look at the trait. Success does not mean absence of failure. That's a message. Recognize this. It's a huge opportunity. Now, we need to understand freedom. As young minds, you aspire for it. Freedom is a controlled desire. It is not uncharted. It is not uncontrolled. Desire, inequality, ignorance. These are the trinity as a bondage. That's what Vivekananda says. Arise and awake. The world is yours. That's what we need. We need to articulate solution within ourselves. The minute you internally govern, everything is a reflection of your own thoughts. Happiness is within you. The anger is the bigger danger for you. Convert this anger into opportunities. When you introspect, recognize life is an echo. And you can understand you are only reflecting your thoughts. You are only interpreting your own insinuation or plus outside. If you are irritated, you are irritating others. If you are angry inside, you are not able to connect your heart and mind. You are exhibiting your anger. You are the most hurt person if you are an angry person. There's a lady who got really angry because his son was killed. He was a drunken drive case study. And she, throughout the rest of her life, she was advocating what has happened to her life. The solitude was turning into success for transmission of human endeavors. There are many, many case studies. So this is a reflection of your own thinking. The problem is you, the solution is you. It's all your conception, internal integration. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva, Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat, Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Mata, Pita, Guru Devam. This is what I know. This is what I integrated when I was young. Education and meditation. There's no better substitute than your mother. If the sheer love of your parents can integrate within you, after all, your internal integration comes out of praying them. That's what is Ganapati's story. What a profound logic it is. If you understand these dynamics, if you worship your parents, you have done everything. You have done everything. You don't need external traits. Everything will come to you. It is automatic. Tough to recognize. And that's where you need internal integration. That's where you need prayers. That's where you need meditation. My life story since Purnima has met me in a function where I was Salute to Mother, a program called Salute to Mother, where I was telling Mundi Tavam Gadandu Munnuru Natshumandu Andi Pahalai Vandithu Tani Manidanai Pettedukkiraal oru Thai. And தாயினுடைய அன்பு என்னை மனிதனாக்கியது, தந்தையினுடைய அறிவு என்னை சிந்திக்க வைத்தது. இதுதான் சொன்னாங்க. அன்னையும் பிதாவும் முன்னறி தெய்வம். தாயிற் சிறந்தொரு கோயிலும் இல்லை. This is what I learned. Then the Guru. குலனருள் தெய்வம் கொள்கை மேன்மை கலை பயில் தெளிவு கட்டுரை வன்மை நிலைமலை நிறைகோல் மணலிகர் மாட்சியும் உலகியல் அறிவோடு அமைப்பவன் ஆசிரியர். If you understand all this, then the respective God comes in. If you understand these dynamics, Mata, Pita, Guru, Deva, even when I was honored in Washington, my first word was this. Let me show you the clip because I think the connectivity is there is a disruption. You cannot, you can only see, you cannot hear. This is what I was told. But nevertheless, I thought I will submit some of the important points which were turning points for my, if you call it as a success. I keep climbing my ladder. There are many steps I have to climb. So I talked about global economy. I'm not going to dwell on the global economy. Now, this is what exactly I mentioned, and digital governance, which I just showed. And the fourth industrial revolution is a bigger opportunity for you. As young minds, you have to understand why fourth industrial revolution. You cannot hear the video, but I'm going to sum it up faster. First industrial revolution was confined to cotton spinning and locomotive. The second industrial revolution was confined to machine assembly and electrification. Third industrial revolution was PCs, and the fourth industrial revolution, what you're seeing is the important part that is very important for you to recognize: the digital tools which you're getting for artificial intelligence. What is artificial intelligence? Spirituality is augmented intelligence. That's it. Spirituality is nothing but augmented intelligence, if you understand what is spirituality. So the most important point is to recognize all these tools. Blockchain is there today, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things. You're going to have enormous opportunity in terms of digital governance. You're going to have a brain net. You're going to have uploading of memory or downloading of your memory. You're going to have robo-docs. Your doctors are going to be through robots. You're going to have robo-lawyers. You're going to have body parts connected. Like you put a pacemaker, today's context, in heart, you will have entire connectivity in piecemeal by supplementary solutions. So world at large is terrifying as well as mystifying in today's context. The choice is yours. Are you going to pick it up and make it happen? That's what you should do in the changing dynamics which is impacting you today. You have the opportunity. You have better governance. Use it to your advantage. Create a better world for the generations to come. And that's what we should do. As our side, we have to do the same. Every human being, if he understands the purpose of living, he will understand, he will create better values for the future generations. Nothing is permanent. Nothing is permanent. So recognition of the fact that you have to keep doing the right kind of initiatives. Excellence is not one-time act. It's a habit. Again, you have to have the habit. So you cannot create better world unless you change yourself. Beautiful words of Abdul Kalam. When there is beauty in your character, there is harmony in your home. When there is harmony in your home, there is order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world. So you create a better world, nobody else. And that's what the exact challenge is all about. You have to recognize these changes and challenges are all very, very important for you to become successful. So recognize this opportunity. You are the change. At the same time, yesterday was Gandhi Jayanti. Let us also think about Mahatma Gandhi. The 7 sins which he mentioned. Knowledge without character. Commerce without morality. Pleasure without consciousness. Science without humanity. Politics without principle. Religion without sacrifice. As wealth without work is of no substance. So why do you want to do that? Everything has got a purpose. You have to make sure you create the value without endangering the solvency and the purpose. As long as the world exists, good and evil will exist. Recognize that. It's not going to be only good. As long as the evil exists, the good will also be be recognized. It's your ability to articulate which is good, which is not good. That's where you need to integrate yourself. That's what we call it as self-realization, tattvam, recognition, tattvam. Realize yourself, that's it. That's the essence of the whole human design. As young minds, you have to understand that's huge in terms of substance. Your vision, your mission and values are integral. And you have to understand, I only draw from my own story. I can't only preach, I have to practice. And what I practice is what I'm telling you. That's why I thought it's appropriate to bring this story. Now, self-realization is what I've said in Washington. Watch this. You're not going to hear.
It was self-realization. The God is within you. It is your parents which are setting the stone for your creation, and they are your first God. Mata, Pita, Guru, Deva. This is what my language says. Self-realization, integrating.
So, setting goals. Prashanti was mentioning about Kritika. I ran for 8 kilometers to write the exams. True. Because I saw the challenging times when I was young. But at the same time, I want to have better education. So I studied 10 kilometers away from my school. And that's where the challenge came. My parents couldn't afford. He was a Sanskrit teacher, Hindi teacher, my father. We're a family of 4 children and then parents. So it was not easy for them to spend school fees plus additional expenses. So I had to come out of meritocracy. And that's what I set the goal. Education is ultimate. And I worked on it. And I had to, the last day of the exams, I have to run. And that's what the showcase is all about.
Oh my god, my exam is at 10. Has Mayavaram bus gone?
The bus is yet to come.
What? It's getting late for the exams. How will I go now?
Boy, don't depend on this bus, okay? Catch the next bus and go, or just run.
So I was running.
I ran to my home. Something has to happen. I took my cycle. I was driving.
Ma, the bus hasn't come. I'm taking the cycle.
Ride carefully, Rama.
See the fate. The cycle got punctured. After 2 kilometers, we were living in Terarandur. And number 10 bus I missed. That is Komal to Mayavaram. Now Mayiladurai. When the cycle got punctured, I had to run. Here we go.
The cycle, 2 kilometers, cycle got punctured. Still, I have to go 8 more kilometers.
So I reached the school by running.
Fire in me, determination in me that I kept the bicycle on the road. I took the books. I was running 8 kilometers. By 10:20, I was in the school.
I wrote the exam. I got the admission for the free hostel. I mean, that's a drive. That's a determination. That's the vision and the goal. That's what I want you to do. Every ordinary person can become extraordinary. There's nothing impossible. So you can, if you have the considered focus. And that's what I want to tell you. Knowledge. Then I used to teach. When I was doing 8th standard, I used to teach for 9th, 10th. So it's all about hard work. It's all about working. I was a paper boy.
The next principle which I understood, it is knowledge, again, with self-determination can combine and take you places. I got admission. I have to work hard. There's no substitute for hard work. There's no other substitute for hard work. That's what I learned. I started realizing my family still can't afford this kind of education. I started teaching when I was 9th standard, 10th, and 11th. I used to get free books just the considerations. It was easy for me to learn 10th and 11th mathematics, and at the same time, consideration was setting in. I always wanted to see my mother every week. 10 kilometers, I have to get into a bus. So I used to, you know, go to see her every week. I went to the. So I was a paper boy, and I was working in a supermarket. I earned money. I was studying. I was teaching, and I was supporting my family. And that was a huge opportunity. That was a good learning. My child, when I showed them all these places, my first daughter and my family and my second daughter, all of us, when we showcased all this, my daughter asked me, "How is it possible? How did you கஷ்டமா இருந்தது இல்லையான்னு கேட்டா நான் சொன்னேன் கஷ்டம் இல்லை எனக்கு இஷ்டமா இருந்ததுன்னு. That is, I I wanted it. That's the experience. Struggle is ultimate. Enjoy it. You will convert everything possible. The drive is within you. Compassion. Compassion is very important. Integrity and trust are interconnected. Passion and compassion. Education and meditation. If you have compassion, you are recognizing you have empathy. Sympathy is all about I feel what you're going through. That's sympathy. Empathy is all about I feel as you are. I'm feeling what you're going through in total time. And that is what compassion is all about. And that's what I did. I have an opportunity. So let me move on to skill development. I've heard about various skill development ALBE is doing it. So essentially, what at a young age, whether school or dance or music or art, whatever you learn now is going to be with you. That's the foundation for you. That's what I did. I used to be in the theater, in my hometown. And then it helped me for All India Radio, television. Then when I was in the global stage, nothing is a discomfort for me, whether it is Bloomberg or BBC, in terms of economic commentaries or banking or finance or technology, or even humanitarian causes I represent at times. So it is easy for you. Whatever you equip now is very vital for you to professionally advance yourself. And that's what the purpose of the mission, I suppose. That's interesting. So learn the skills. It's very important. Equally important is your skill development. That's what I learned in my early days. Essentially, to subsidize my education, I used to act in theaters. I used to act in dramas.
Please lend your support and make him win in the elections. My mimicry too played a vital role in Rajashekhar
I was doing
being
mimicry
elected that year.
and I used to get money, consideration for it. And I used to buy my first grinder in my house for my mother, who was manually toiling. I used to replace a good grinder and hand it over to her. I saw the light in her face. These are small things, but come a long way when it comes to your personality makeup. So that's an example. How I became a banker is also a good learning. Everything is an opportunity. I received my scholarship, National Merit Scholarship, and I gave it to my friend because his mother was not well. That's a lie he told. And essentially, he ran away with that money. His father was a very decent person. He advised me and he gave some materials for me to sell and then pay my college fees. But I realized character, capacity, and capital is very vital. Collateral is important for you to lend money. You have to look at the credibility of the individual and the institution where you are lending money or investing. The trust is one aspect, but making sure
you are recognizing this. And this is an example here.
Muthu, is your mother unwell?
Yes, Rama. I need some money. I will return in just 4 days.
I have only my scholarship money to pay my college fees. This will help you. Take good care of your mom.
Thank you so much, Rama.
You will return in 4 days, right?
Definitely.
All right. Muthu did not keep his words.
So that's how it is. Everything is all about team leadership, and the team drives the value. Your commitment, no individuals achieve anything. Responsibility gravitate to person who can shoulder it. Responsibility is ultimate, and you have to be socially enduring your values. And that's what exactly you have to understand. Rich or poor, you have to necessarily recognize it's all about you as a person. Recognize the society, recognize the family, and it's all interconnected. What resonates in one part reflects. You need good relationship. Customer relationship is important. Regulatory relationship is important. Social relationship is important. Family relationship is important. And these are all vital for you to be balanced. And that's what exactly I did when it comes to. So when it comes to women leadership, I mentioned to you resilience.
We all experience different emotions every day.
When it comes to mindful management, I'm skipping all this simply because number one, the camera is not working. Number two, rather your voice recording is not possible. Number two, the time is almost up. I want to make sure that I answer all your questions. So it's all about recognition of the opportunity. Since it's a women's college, I thought it's appropriate to bring in. Women are second to none. And 4 women in my life who inspired me. That is my mother to start with. She was truly inspirational. My wife was a source of stability. My 2 daughters are the blessings of God. So I have highest respect, and I want to make sure that I bring in every form gender equality in my social commitment. Sustainability is all about the recognition of the fact that you are purposeful to the society as well. Now, when it comes to how I did for the green banking, just to watch this video and perhaps. So you may not be in a position. This is Secretary General. Global warming and climate change. As a bank, I'm engaged around the world with this alligator and python, and showcasing the importance of global warming. And this is United Nations. Again, we are committed as a financial institutions, and I keep adding value. One of my research material is also when Chennai was started in 2015. I was very much there the next day to do some support. This is in Rome, where the Arab Bank. This is the bank. This is for renewable energy, and we do lend with a purpose. A portion of our risk-weighted capital, not all. It's all about recognizing the opportunity, making sure. This is last year in Amsterdam, and this is a women's college. Last year I addressed them convocation. Last year, Washington, I spoke about green banking, and this year I addressed digital governance. That is just a month before COVID spread. So plenty of my own practice showcased you for you to recognize that everything is possible as long as you have will and determination. But Everything with a purpose. Your ethics and governance, internal recognition of the fact that you have bigger opportunities for you to become successful. Discipline is important. Either you have discipline or you regret for it. When duty becomes your desire, it becomes a delight. There's nothing as luck. Luck is your hard work. And that's what I believe in. You tax your body, you get fitness. Tax your mind, you get knowledge. Keep doing it. You have to go through the middle way. Never overdo anything. Recognition of the fact that you have to be moderate in pursuit of senses. The physical body is only transitory. Subtle body, which recognize your senses. Enjoyment comes out of those senses. Moderated. The real purpose is to be transitory. That's a soul. That's why we are on a lease in this planet. That will move from one cell to another one. If you understand my theory, you will understand what I'm saying. It's all about not the physical alone. Your physical body is important. Your subtle body is important. Your casual body, your transitory body is recognizing everything. Everything gets logged in. You oppress, suppress the truth. Truth will prevail. Truth will be with you. Truth will always recognize you. And that is integrity. That is consciousness. That is your self-awareness. That is discovery. Self-discovery is all about recognizing this. Understand the truth is within you. The solution is within you. The internal integration within you. The happiness is within you. You will be good. You will do good. And that's what the purpose of our existence, isn't it? So self-discovery is all about recognition of fact, that recognize that you are soul. You are not a body, you are not a mind. And everything what you do is measurable. And on the judgment day, you will have it. You will recognize when you become mortal. You will understand the dynamics of these changes are purposeful. Everything is interconnected, interdependent in this world. Humility. Ultimately, you will recognize that is ultimate. If you can have professional pride, that's understandable. You don't need vanity, but you definitely need humility. If you understand you are here for a purpose in this planet, you will add value to this cosmos, and you will create better world, better citizenship. And that's what self-discovery is all about. And that's what I know. That's what I've been doing. And that's what I want you to know. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, sir. It is indeed a very inspirational talk for all of us, and you have enlightened us with all of your words. Thank you so much once again for that. This just reminds me of one quick saying said by Swami Vivekananda, right? So believe in yourself. You can do anything and everything. And of course, change is constant, and we all know that we will have to adapt it and accept the changes as it comes. And the current situation is definitely an example for it, right? So, I mean, this message is very well delivered, by yourself, sir, to all of us. And definitely, I, on behalf of everyone, acknowledge that it is truly an inspiring, session for all of us. Thank you so much once again. And so we have now reached the most interesting and the interactive session, sir. That is the Q&A session with our students, and they are eagerly waiting, to interact with you. So let me quickly see who. Yeah. So the first question is from Shreya. Shreya, please go on.
Good morning, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am. Sir, my question is, you once mentioned the three important C's: character, capacity, and capital. In our life and career, how can we judge a person's character correctly, sir?
Yes, I could hear you now. Shreya, please.
Should I repeat my question, sir?
Yeah, please.
Uh, Good morning, sir. Sir, you
Good
had
morning.
once mentioned the three important C's: character, capacity, and capital. In our life and career, how can we judge a person's character correctly?
That's what your combination of education and meditation gives you. You can easily see through anyone. See, birds of the same feather flock together, right? Two compatible systems work together. The inter-system interface comes in technology terms. How will you assess a person? That's where the deep awareness, which I mentioned, you will be in a position to, interpret rightly. Your judgment will become more measured. So it doesn't come overnight. It's persistence. It is our ability to recognize the person's capacity and the character comes out of your not only your intelligence, your awareness, deep-rooted awareness. That's why you should engage and in prayers or meditation in addition to education. I mean, that's an integration which I talk about because your whole concept is now on the self-discovery. That's a beautiful concept.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Shreya.
Thank you, sir. So we have the next question from Soumya. Soumya, please go on.
Good day, sir. Sir, you have achieved so many things in your life. Which do you consider, sir? I'm audible?
Soumya, can you be a little louder, please?
Good day, sir. I'm audible, ma'am.
Yes, you are.
Sir, you have achieved so many things in your life. Which do you consider the significant one, sir?
No, there's only music coming. I'm not hearing, sorry.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
Hello?
Sir?
So can you hear me, sir? Can I repeat the question on behalf of Soumya?
Yeah.
Yeah. So her question is basically that we all know that you have achieved many things in your life, right? So and which one do you think is a significant one?
See, recognition comes in. You don't aim at recognition. You keep doing the right thing. That's all I would say. Nothing is to be disregarded. Everything is important. But I think among the recognition, the government of India honored me for a non-resident, highest honor. That is Pravasya Bharatiya Saman, and by His Excellency the President of India in 2017. I dedicated to my mother. In fact, my mother received. I think that's the great joy. My mother received immediately on the dais. She was called, and I gave that. I submitted to her, along with my family and children. It's. I think that's a purpose. I just wanted to make sure the hard work my parents have done, they partake in the success if you attribute as a success. And she was there all along. She was in my school school ranking. She was in my college graduation. She was when I was a chartered accountancy, when I was honored in Washington, when I was honored in Geneva, when I was honored in Sri University, Sharda University. In fact, Sharda University, she received the PhD. On the dais, I told them on condition that she should receive. That's a love and affection that she has taught me. That she has her ability to give me the right kind of direction, what is an enabler for my standing today. I think that is, I value that Government of India recognition has the highest one.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for wonderful answer. Thank you so much, sir.
Sesha?
Thank you, sir. So, yes, sir.
Hello?
Am I audible, sir? Hello? Am I audible, sir?
Hello? We lost her. Hello?
Sir, am I audible now?
I couldn't hear, neither I could see
Uh,
Haripriya also.
sir, am I? Yeah, sir, am I audible now? Mr. Ranjit, can you please help us out here?
I'm trying to log in. Here we are able to hear everything. I've asked to log in, try to log Mr. Seetharaman.
Okay.
Priya, you can continue the conversation if you can.
Okay. So, do we have Seetharaman sir on the stage? I mean, on the line?
No, he's trying to log in.
Sir, are you able to hear us now? Hello?
I guess Dr. Seetharaman sir has some issues and he's sorting it out. So before that, I'll just inform an announcement for all the students who are watching this. If you are a youngster or a student and if you wish to take part in the student community, organize webinars with us, join us, and explore more, you can just mail us at albeacademy@gmail.com, or you can also contact our volunteers. Will be typing the numbers in the chat box. You can just refer that, or you can also mail us at albeacademy@gmail.com. So we will give you a brief of what we do. You can also join us, and we together let's create a big student community, and let's explore the world, and let's make this world a better place to live in. So we're just waiting for Dr. R. Seetharaman. I guess he has some network issues there. Sir, are we audible? So your voice is breaking. So no, you're not audible. Your voice is breaking. I guess you're talking something, but your voice is breaking. Yeah.
Sir, apologies, we are still unable to hear you. We could see that you're trying to talk to us. Apologies, everyone. Please stay tuned with us. Looks like there is some connection interruption, and we are trying to get that sorted as soon as possible. Please stay back.
Okay, before he comes online, I just have few words with you to fill up the gap. Is it okay, Priya ma'am?
Yes, sir. Please go on.
Yeah, just to fill the gap, nothing important. See, when you were all listening to one area which is also is a very important area, which is sustainability, right? So when you people are on your studying time or in the early stages of professional career or any point of time, my submission is also to look at the sustainability as part of your focus, right? One of the important things, actually. In fact, if you are all studying in colleges in the first year, second year, whatever it is, for those students, I want to give one heads up. There is one forum called, or an association called Indian Green Building Council, which is a CAI based. I think SAR has come. I will complete it anyway. Which is called Indian Green Building Council, which is a CAI promoted and Godrej promoted green building, association, actually, which provides a student an opportunity to become accredited professionals. I know it is very short term study. You can, sir, I'm just filling up the gap. I'm sorry.
Please.
So you, when you are in the college's time, you can also go through these few areas of focus like water management, waste management, energy management, indoor air quality, all those small areas, which if you focus for few weeks, actually, in this period, pandemic period, you can able to complete that accredited professional associate program. Even the students are permitted to do. So you can, I will just connect with you offline also. Sir has come up. So I thought of using this gap. So Indian Green Building Council is one forum. You can also, since the sir touched upon sustainability, you can also use that. In fact, I am an executive committee board member in Indian Green Building Council. Anything you want to know, I will come back to you people later. Thank you. Sorry, sir.
Thank you so much.
That's it.
Do you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
The point which you mentioned, Dr. Velan, is very valid because I've been doing a program called Eco School Program for the last 15 years in the Gulf. And we bring in all the schools in each country, with UAE or Qatar or Kuwait. And all the schools, children, they do all sort of project, water management, waste management, conservation, everything. And we do the inter-school competition every year. This is a UNESCO design program, actually.
Fantastic.
It's an annual, it's a good effort. So
Yes,
you should
sir.
replicate the same in India.
Actually, sir, in Indian Green Building Council, every year they conduct a school children. There used to be some 15 lakh of funding as a prize money for the students to come up with a project which they can also implement in their schools and their community. So there is a competition for the school children to present and win. And there is not small money, 15 lakh rupees of money, which is as a prize money, which is provided for the students to implement the same project at their place. It's very kind of you. So I'll connect with you offline on this. Actually, thank you. Then you continue, sir. Sorry, ma'am. In between, I just jumped in.
Thank you so much, sir, for filling the gap. Yeah. And so we have got many more questions from our students in the queue. And in the interest of time, are you okay to take another 2 more questions, sir? If yes, I can then
I have 10 minutes, 10, 12 minutes I have.
Okay, sir, definitely. So then we can take the last 2 questions quickly, sir. And we have the next question from Harsha. Harsha, please go on. Harsha, please go on.
Good day, sir. You are a role model to many of us, sir. Who do you take up as a role model in your school days, sir?
My parents. I said this. Parents.
That's nice.
It is. If you take your parents as your role model, the love is unconditional. Everything will come to you. You just trust them, operate them as God. As I said, Mata Pita Guru Deva. If you have that belief, you are blessed. There'll be there's no second thought. They inspired me and they keep motivating me. There's no second thought. So you tried, and I'm sure you're doing it. So it'll always you're doing it.
Yes.
It'll always best blessing come from parents.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah. So we'll take the last question for the session, and that is from Dharani. Dharani, please go on.
Good day, sir. Good day, sir.
Good day, Dharani.
Sir, what is it that keeps you motivated, and is there anything you've practiced to keep yourself energized always?
See, enthusiasm is a result of your own, again, integration. You'll never have a dull day as long as you nurture right thoughts. If you only take positive thinking, you take only positive inputs, or even negative inputs, you convert into positive. Every challenge you see an opportunity, which I mentioned, how can you go wrong? See, as long as you don't short circuit your system. See, your body, as your mind and the soul have to integrate. And then you find harmony within you. and your disposition becomes more purposeful. You will show it. See, many people who are not enthusiastic because they fight inside. They fight inside. They oppress the truth, right? So that is where the conflict comes. Trust, love, and establish within yourself. You will accept the truth, only truth, and you will have deep insight. And what keeps me motivating is the good habits which I mentioned. It could be prayers. I do prayer every day. That's what I learned from my childhood, and it's minimum time. Like you charge your battery, as I said. If you don't charge your battery, will it work? No. Your body is always, see, every sleep is a rehearsal to death, right? When you get up, you need to charge. Physically, you have to charge yourself. Physical body, you have to charge yourself by doing exercise, or you walking, or swimming, or playing. Mental side, how will you balance? Your mind is your source of inspiration and energy and enthusiasm. Inspiration can get you started. Motivation is what you keep it going, and it is not a one-time act. You will not be in a good mood today. Tomorrow you are in a bad mood. No, that is people will not accept you in total terms. If you have to be in good balance always, and the middle way is always important. Not to get too much excited on and anything, and making sure you have a fine balance within yourself. That will come out of your meditation. That's what I do. If you ask me, I do meditation. I definitely devote half an hour. Even at times when I run a global institution, uh, I take time out 4 to 5 times a day, at least a couple of minutes, or sometimes 5 minutes, 10 minutes between the meetings. I take a break and I do my prayer. Then I get charged again. I'm refreshed completely. I'm regenerated. You try it. It will work. See, it's all about you are the source of happiness. You are the source of your own motivation. Nobody can motivate you or demotivate you. That's self-discovery, isn't it? That's the subject which you have engaged in today. Self-discovery is all about completely understanding that you are the source of your own success or failure. You radiate positivity by your own internal integration. You think positive, you exhibit positivity. You think negative, you exhibit. If you are angry inside, as I said, you are angry outside. If you're upsetting others, you are hurting inside. If you are, as I said, even anger, it is because you are not able to connect your heart and mind. That's why you are angry, and you hurt yourself first before hurting others. You think you are hurting others? No, you are hurting yourself first. It's all about everyone goes through positives and negatives. Every circumstances, you will not have a seamless drive. Everything is all about good and evil. You keep clearing it by your own internal integration, and everything will become easy for you. You will be a problem solver. You will you are you will make it happen, not let it happen. You are operating like a thermostat instead of like a thermometer. You can a thermometer. You don't need to monitor only good and bad. You have to convert the negatives into positives. That should be your role. You have to be a problem solver always. You have to be a solution provider always. How can you find solution for others unless you have a solution within yourself? You conquer yourself. Take for example Buddha. You conquer the rest of them. If you are not able to control yourself, if you don't have the cybernetic control within you, what you can control? You can control nothing. How can you control external when you are not able to control your own physical body or subtle body? And that's the concept. That's how you are designed. Today, human designs are created with this concept in purpose. So, Dharani, you can. You can solve everything.
Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you a lot.
தரணி ஆள வேண்டும். தரணி ஆள வேண்டும் புரியுதா உங்களுக்கு? தரணி மீன்ஸ் உலகம். உங்களை நீங்க வென்றுட்டீங்கன்னா உலகத்தை வென்றுடலாம்.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. So in the interest of the time, we will consolidate all the questions from all of our students, and then we'll definitely share it across with you, sir. And then, we can pursue on that. And definitely today we are very glad that we have had an opportunity to interact with such an eminent personality like you on this session, sir. Thank you so much. And we have come to the end of this session now, and I'll request Prashanti to deliver the word of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Sir, it's indeed a great pleasure to have you and interact with you. Each and every step of your life is a learning lesson for us. As a human being, as an entrepreneur, as a strategist, as a motivator, as an economist, as a banker, like many things to say, sir. And we youngsters got a lot of motivation from you. And I just remember a quote of Swami Vivekananda. He says that never mind the struggles, the failures, these little backslidings, hold the ideal 1,000 times. And if you fail 1,000 times, make the attempt once more. So I just remember the quote when you were talking about the challenges that you face in your life. And now, as CEO of one of the biggest commercial banks in Qatar. So the love you showed to our nation made you to install Bharat Mata and the Swami Vivekananda statue at your residence. Like, we're all completely moved, sir. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from Qatar. So next, thank you so much, Padmavati ma'am, for giving us a wonderful opportunity in association with Shasun Jain College to organize this webinar. Thank you so much, Padmavati ma'am, for encouraging the youngsters. Thank you so much, Velan sir, for advising us timely. Ipoguda, when we had this issue, you just came in and you filled the gap. Thank you so much, Velan sir, for your timely advices and suggestions and everything. You're making us even more stronger. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Priya ma'am, as usual, for smoothly completing this webinar. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I would like to thank all the students who interacted with Seetharaman sir and made it a wonderful interactive session. Thank you so much, the coordinators of Shasun Jain College as well as the coordinators from ALBE Academy who made this successful one. And I would like to thank Vishali, who is editing all our videos after the webinars and who's posting it and doing all those works. Thank you, Vishali. Big thanks to Ranjit Uncle. He is the tech guy of ALBE. Thank you for supporting us. And last but not the least, thank you all of you for watching. We have many students from different parts of this country and even from Qatar. So watching this, thank you so much for encouraging us. And we all will meet you soon in another exciting webinar. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you, Madam Padmavati and Dr. Vedan and Haripriya and Purnima all. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. See you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Prashanti, for you too.
Prashant.
Thank you, sir. Nice meeting you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Velan, sir. Thank you so much.
Priya,
and thank you everyone for watching us. We'll meet you soon. Thank you.
Yeah, national anthem, please.